You going anywhere nice?
New York.
Is that business or pleasure?
Business.
Come on, lady.
We'll be back to that later. Reports are coming in that there's been a series of explosions in the Middle East. Local witnesses have reported
Well, we can go straight to our correspondent James Young, who captured the whole incident on camera. James, can you just talk us through what's happening?
Well, we were awoken in the early hours by the sound of explosions. The night sky was lit up in the east. You can see from this night vision footage that there seems to be what look like several missiles heading across the sky. Are you in? Is the camera rolling? We can hear some explosions happening now on the other side of the ridge just over there. I don't know if you can see, but there seems to be some kind of missiles coming down in the sky. They seem to be impacting on the east side of the town there. See it more clearly. They might not be there in a minute. Get in the front. It seems that the targets for the attack were completely indiscriminate. Strangely though, for this area, no military forces are claiming responsibility.
have confirmed that last night's explosions across were a direct result of meteorite impacts. It's not clear why these meteorites were missed by space tracking facilities.
I'm a bit late for my flight. Is there any way,
Try turning left up here. The trouble is it's likely to be as bad as it is at the moment.
Yeah, go for it. That'd be great if you would, please. Yeah.
The hunt is on to locate a killer meteor approaching the Earth, and astronomers claim that last night's craters in the Middle East were caused by advanced fragments from a much larger near-Earth object. An asteroid large enough to destroy a capital city strike the Earth on average twice a century, and it's thought that the approaching meteor has avoided previous detection since its approach through space has been obscured by the brightness of the sun. The hunt is on to locate the object before any countermeasures become too late.
The first indication that we have of the doomsday asteroid could be the first shock wave hitting the top of the atmosphere 5 seconds before impact.
This is an announcement. The boarding gate for the 10:05 flight to New York is now closed. Repeat, the boarding gate is now closed.
Scientists are voicing concerns that last night's meteorites could just be fragments from a bigger yet undocumented dead comet. Although downplayed by government officials, ground-based surveillance facilities are now looking for signs of any larger earthbound hazards. They're expected to make a further announcement within the hour.
Hi.
Hi.
This 10 o'clock flight to New York already left.
I'm sorry, sir, it's just boarded.
Is there another flight available to New York?
Yes, you're in luck. The 11:10 is available and it's leaving now for gate 13.
Excellent.
Okay.
Now we're going to go live to Washington, D.C. for the latest official statement.
Several observations at the ground-based surveillance facilities have confirmed the existence of a 100-meter wide near-Earth object. This means that there's a 90% chance the object will hit Earth in around 5 hours. We think it will strike the Earth approximately 10 miles north of Berlin.
The German government has started to inform people in the affected areas on how to prepare, and they're urging
80%iger Wahrscheinlichkeit im Bereich 53 Grad nördlicher Breite und 13 Grad östlicher Länge aufschlagen wird. Dies entspricht einem Gebiet etwa 30 Kilometer nördlich von Berlin, mit etwa 20.000 Stundenkilometern auf die Erde zu. Das ist mehrfach Berlin. Wie wir inzwischen erfahren konnten, bewegt sich der Bahn.
Following the discovery of a possible meteorite strike on Berlin, evacuation plans have begun to get underway. The UN has called an emergency session.
Passengers of flight UK 555 to New York, please move through to the departure lounge. Please move through to the departure lounge. Thank you.
Our government is now in direct contact with German and UK officials with regard to a possible countermeasure to avert any potential disaster.
Holding an emergency session. However, the US, UK and Germany have left the talks in order to finalize emergency plans, which, according to the Pentagon sources, include the launching of nuclear weapons.
It's believed that the UK and German governments are supporting a clarion call by the United States for the immediate launch of nuclear missiles. They aim to detonate the nuclear warheads just off the surface of the approaching meteor. It's hoped that an explosion near to the meteor will change its trajectory, pushing it away from the Earth. However, some scientists oppose the measure, claiming it is too much of a gamble. They believe that the explosion could merely break it into huge pieces of rock that will rain down on Earth like cluster bombs.
In the dark, dark sky, now and then he blinks.
Flight UK 555 to New York is now boarding. All passengers please make their way to gate 13. Thank you.
It would seem that a big nuclear weapon detonated either on the surface or drilled inside an asteroid would be the answer to this problem. I mean, we've been trained from watching movies like Star Wars that if we were to do that, the asteroid would disappear in a cloud of vapor.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. I'm sorry to have to tell you that our departure has been delayed. I will let you know as soon as we have some more information. We'll leave the entertainment system on for you for the time being.
From the space station, anytime now we should see the nuclear missiles detonate in an attempt to disintegrate the meteor.
Okay, got it. Signal still up. Counting down to 10. Should be on your left side. Okay, there. We have visual confirmation. Impact in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact. We have an impact. We have...
Okay, well, it looks like we've lost that signal. We'll work on getting that back. But it would appear that the missiles were unsuccessful. We'll try and confirm that as soon as we can. But just to recap, it would appear that the missiles were unsuccessful. We'll try and confirm that as soon as we can.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to have to inform you that due to the risk of a meteor strike on Berlin, all flights have been cancelled. Please disembark from the aircraft and return to the departure lounge.
Now, as you can see, there is no one to be seen on the streets of Berlin. The whole city is completely deserted. Yet even though there are no more trains out of Berlin, many people are gathering in underground stations. The advice seems to be that if you can't get out of town, then get as deep underground as possible.
Okay, ein Take noch. Vor einer Stunde wurde bestätigt, dass... Okay, nee, komm, lass uns gehen, lass es. Right.
Just to remind viewers that you're watching a live broadcast from Berlin. Anytime now we should see the first signs of the meteor entering the atmosphere.
Unspecified number of giant meteorites has struck Berlin. The catastrophe has been devastating. The number of deaths has not been reported yet, but it could be stretching into the millions. The entire infrastructure of Berlin has broken down, and the emergency services are struggling to reach the worst affected areas.
The question is not whether or not we will have a large impact in the future, but simply when.
Hi, Ernie.
The Deputy Director of the TBM facility was asked to assess the safety of the proposed experiment.
The experiment is run in a controlled environment. I mean, the chances of something happening and going wrong are billions to one, yet the potential benefits are huge.
Studies have shown that it's possible for these experiments to create one of the most destructive forces in the universe, a black hole. Black holes are quite simply gravity gone mad. An object of such concentrated matter, its gravitational pull is insatiable. Nothing can escape, not even light itself. Anything that gets close is sucked into oblivion.
Dr. Howell, welcome to the show. So what is all the fuss about? You guys can't really cause the end of the world, can you?
Well, if it happens, come and see me and I'll give you $1 million.
Well, make that £1 million and you've got a deal. Anyway, it's time for the news.
Good morning. The main story today is the airport security alert in London. A flight from the Far East is being held on the runway following the discovery of a dead passenger. Airport officials say that there is no evidence at the moment to link the death with the deadly virus that is sweeping through the Far East.
Biochemical experts have confirmed the victim found on board the plane is suspected of having